Hello and welcome to this video. I'm doing a photograph of my daughter and I've done some printing on my Cricut machine. So I've cut out the word moments and then I've printed on the sheet as well. Now I'm taking this off. Cricut suggests that you peel the mat away from the paper rather than the paper away from the mat, and it makes sure that the paper doesn't fold quite as much as sometimes it does, especially because I've gone close to the edge with this moments writing. So just laying that up there just to see exactly how much I need to cut off. I'm going to put this grey behind the word moments. There's me putting it back on the mat, silly thing to do. Cutting that off, just making sure that that fits, and covering that over. So I'm going to glue this in place. I wanted to have both sections of this cut file, so I wanted to use the outcut for this page, and I'm actually going to use the actual proper cut, which is the thin cut moments on another page. Just taking the branding strip off there, and this is how my page is going to look. So I've done my journaling with the Cricut, and now I'm just going to take the other part of the cut file off. This is what the actual cut file properly is. It is just the word moments that you're to use like that. I'm going to layer this down only to give me the outline of where the camera pieces should go, so then I'm going to be able to stick these in as where they're supposed to go, and then I'm going to take away the thin writing. So just popping that down in place so that that is built up as it should be. And then I can put the inserts of the letters in, but I don't really need to be following the template there. So that writing I'll use for another project another day. So love this little camera bit in here. I think it's absolutely gorgeous. So I just really wanted to use this full cut file. So now I'm just going to lay in the other letters. That first one I needed, there was a little furry bit that I just got, that you saw me cut off. So without actually laying these solid letters in, you wouldn't really be able to read it very well. But this makes sure that I'm using the entire cut file and not wasting anything at all. I do like to do this sometimes. You can get, it gives a totally different effect. So I could have got exactly the same effect, I guess, by cutting it just in the grey, and then I would have had the grey outline, but it's just a different way of using your cut file. So just going to use this photograph of my daughter with her phone, and there is this cool Bramble Fox perspective that I have used as well, and I'm just looking to pull out all of the pink hearts and use some of the Bramble Fox hearts as well on this page. I don't think the page needs an awful lot, so today's video is just a quick one, just to give you a little bit of inspiration for today. It's a wet, dreary day, and I needed some inspiration myself, so I'm just sort of playing around with what else I might like to use. So I found some pink shimmery sequins and some thread as well, which I'm going to just pop on this page. So now it's just really fun. I've got the basis of my page down, and now it's just playing with some embellishments and just dressing this up. So that's always nice to do. So I'm just peeling the backing and the top off this Bramble Fox perspective. They come with a protective sheet over the front and over the back. I know some people who just pull off the front one and leave the back one. I always think, well, if it's an extra layer and I've not glued it, it might separate at some point. So I always make sure that I pull both of them. So then the only bonding I've got is the glue between my paper and the perspective, and nothing in between them. So I'm just playing around with putting down some of these sequins. I wanted sort of like a little bit of a thought bubble going sort of from my daughter in the picture to the word moments. So that's what I've done with the sequins and with the love heart perspectives. So now I'm just thinking, just to give the photograph a little bit more pop, I'm going to layer the photograph onto this grey as well. Absolutely love this colour. I've been using it a lot recently, but it is just a really, really lovely shimmery light grey. I just absolutely love it. It goes with so many colours. It goes lovely with the pink. It goes nice with just white and black. You can use it with blues and purples, and it would go nicely with yellows and oranges as well, yellows and greens as well. Not quite sure about orange. No, it probably would go with orange as well. It is just a really lovely, lovely colour here. So I'm just popping that string that I cut out behind my photograph and sort of sticking it between my photograph and my mat. And now I'm using the good old glossy accents, which I absolutely love. I use it so much for as a glue more than I do to sort of make any little embellishments and things like that. It is fantastic. It will stick anything to anything. It will stick metal onto your paper, as well as the perspectives stick fantastically well with it. Sequins and other things. I just think it's absolutely fantastic, and I use it all the time. Actually, somebody once said to me that it was quite an expensive thing to use as glue, and I'd never really thought about it before, but it works, and it works well for me. So if it works for you, then you use what works for you, don't you, really? You can see my bin there in the picture. As always, I'm trying not to throw away very much. I try to use as much of my leftover papers and things as possible, so that I'm not using a lot of or wasting a lot of product. So the only thing that I've put in there, I have put the branding strip today in there, and I've put the perspectives, and that's it. So we've put our picture cat on here as well, and our video for today is over. Just a nice quick page, and just a little bit of inspiration for you. Have a good week. Bye.